Hi, I'm Kathy Amos, broker of record at Peak Professionals Realty, and today on Peak TV we are here with Netta Bolak, and we're here to talk about sort of the things you should do to help your realtor when you're getting your property ready to list. Not staging and things like that, but
Yeah.
how to get ready for your listing appointment.
Yes, exactly. So this is a great topic actually because we never really talk about it, but it somehow ends up in an email sometime before going to see the clients.
Right.
So a couple of things that we always ask when we get to the house is, what are the upgrades that you've done? How old is the roof? How old is the furnace, AC? Have you replaced the windows? So the major items in the home that you have replaced, have documentation ready so that we know, okay, this year for this and that, and we can put those on the listing because lo and behold, you put a listing up and these dates are not there. First thing a listing or a buyer agent will ask, how old is the roof? It's been replaced. We know that.
Right.
So it cuts down on the going back and forth with people. We are giving them all the information that we have. Mm-hmm. So it's great to have the list ready for us to take home and put it in the actual listing details. Mm-hmm. So a couple of other things that we'll need, obviously a key to access the property.
Right.
And
that works.
That works.
Not one you have to like jiggle and hold your head a certain way and all this kind of stuff. That's just ridiculous.
I always ask my clients, does it work? They're like, yes. Can I test it?
Yeah. No.
just
if it's
so
one
that
of those
it opens
things you
easily.
have to wiggle. Get
a new one, right? So that's one. The second thing is actually letting us know what is your preferred method of access. The front door, the side door. There are a lot of homes that entrance from the side has a nice landing that they prefer people coming in through there as opposed to going through the front door and stepping into their nice, beautiful hardwood floors, especially in this weather.
Right.
So it's good to have to think about these and be ready to let us know what your preference is. And then we will place the lockbox accordingly, unless the door handle is actually one of these and not
levers. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is if you have a detached garage and people want to see inside of it, or if you have a nice beautiful storage shed that you could show people how much space there is in there. If it's locked, provide a key to the lock. If the garage has an opener, leave the opener. Maybe put a note. We will put a note, obviously, but give it to us so that we can give access to buyers.
Right, for sure. And is there anything else? What about taxes and things like that?
Yes. So again, depending on where it is, like in City of London and St. Thomas, we have access to the taxes. But as soon as we get outside of the city, for example, Middlesex Center, we no longer have the online access to it. So,
right. And not all those communities are forthcoming with that information.
Exactly.
It's public information, but apparently not.
Exactly. So same thing. We would love to have a copy of MPAC if possible, because that gives us the square footage of the property. Mm-hmm. And then the property taxes. We want to see the total. Sometimes people have their interim one that they received, but if it's middle of the year before is what we need because that's what we enter on our system. Mm-hmm. So this year we're going to want to see 2019 because 2020 hasn't been completed yet.
Right.
And then also utility costs. Lots of people want to know how much you're paying for your water, your electricity, your gas, if the water heater is a rental or if you own it. And
monthly furnace too.
Furnace, hopefully not a lot of rentals out there. Yeah, I know.
Common.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, again, having some averages or a couple of bills. 4 would be ideal. Do spring, middle of summer, middle of fall, middle winter. That gives us an estimate of how much your usage is during different seasons.
And if you don't have access to that, you can call the utility company and they'll give you the total for the year or whatever you want.
That's right. Lots of them have it online, like London Hydro. If you want to download it, you can go on their website through your My London Hydro account and download the whole year in a spreadsheet, which is amazing to have. Mm-hmm. Same thing for Union Gas. You can do that as well. Mm-hmm. But the most important one is the property taxes because we need to know that. And utilities is secondary.
Right. And then what about rental properties? Like if there's leases and things like that or licenses or...
Absolutely. So
Hopefully those things exist.
so very important. So if you're selling a rental property, every buyer will want to see, and the lease is going to carry forward. So there is a lease, and people are staying in the property because they're in a lease. They're not on a month to month. Then the new buyer, who's going to be basically the new landlord and taking over the property, is going to want to know. Who are the people that are on this lease?
Right.
How much are they paying? What's included? What are the terms of the lease? And buyers need to be informed. So we will need to have a copy of the leases to provide to the buyer. And also know what's the end of term. If these people are staying, if they're leaving, the current landlord will most probably know this information.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Anything else you can think of?
I think really we covered it.
Okay, good. All right,
So,
great. Good
yeah.
information.
Thank you.
Thanks, Netta.
No problem.
Bye. See you next
Bye.
time.